All right, yeah. Another podcast.
Yes, this one, I mean, shit. It's taken me longer to get this one out. I warned everyone last time, and I was correct. Yes, baby does complicate things to some degree. Although I can't really blame it on her. I will, but I can't. Like, this is pretty much 100% my own laziness.
Yeah,
it's not
it's 100% your and Lauren's fault, as it turns out.
Well, yeah, that's true. It is 100% our fault, regardless of all of that. But definitely,
whatever happens now, you just got to remember you chose it.
That's very true. She's good though. She's good.
No, yeah, she's adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I especially, it's great being the uncle and not having to do any of the hard work and just get to enjoy the cute baby pictures.
Oh yes, that is the absolute pinnacle.
Yeah,
it's just like,
pinnacle.
Oh, how nice.
Oh yeah, wow, yeah, adorable. And then I'm gonna go back to doing other things.
It's like, ooh, this baby's crying. I'm gonna just hand this right over to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, this kind of stinks and is kind of.
Can you guys fix this?
Yeah, it's like, just make this presentable again if you could.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh man, but yeah, what have you been up to, man? In these past 2 months or so ish.
Did I say that I got into Magic last time?
You have mentioned from time to time that you have been playing Magic. When you say got into, last time, you had mentioned that you were playing some kind of thing, and I'm trying to remember what the fuck
Commander.
Commander, thank you.
Yes, still playing that version.
Mm.
I don't know. I have like 2,000 cards now.
Oh my fucking Jesus Christ! Yeah. Okay,
but that only cost like $50.
Really?
Right? So I bought like bulk.
Oh, okay.
Right. I went on Amazon and got like 1,000 cards at once.
You just
and
call
then
it
another 1,000.
You just call it Amazon.
Amazon. Yeah, the Amazon.
Good old Amazon.
Yeah, good old Amazon.
I went in Goggle and searched Amazon, and I got some Magic cards.
Yeah, it's great. I don't know what it's called, but yeah. So yeah, that's been fun. Yeah, that and Cataclysm.
I have noticed a lot of Cataclysm. I will. So what color do you play in Magic?
Oh, I mean, I have. I guess my main color is green. Ultimately,
green. Okay.
I have a bunch of decks.
So you're big old monster boy.
Big old monster boy. Yeah, I like the simple, big old, just swing in, hit hard. Let's see here. I have a green deck. I have a red-white deck. I'm gonna make I got a Samwise Gamgee card, so I'm gonna make a Samwise deck.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's Samwise Gamgee. Yeah,
is that like a real thing?
Yeah, no, 100%. They released a Lord of the Rings set. There's a Fallout set.
Oh Jesus, Mary.
There's one of my friends has a Space Marine set. Just like he has fucking just like Adeptus Astartes is like he gets like they're like three Adeptus Astartes tokens he gets to summon. It's crazy. It's pretty fun.
They've just gotten completely out of hand now, apparently.
Oh yeah, no, they gave up. They gave up with the lore for sure.
They were just like, fuck it. Everybody is in Magic. Magic the Gathering is Fortnite now.
Well, I mean, the lore does support it because of the whole planes thing.
Yes,
but it is silly now.
Yeah,
I will admit it is silly.
And they're just like, why have our own lore when we could just use everybody else's?
And they're more popular.
And people hate them less than Wizards of the Coast or what? Because aren't they like being dicks right now? Isn't that a thing? I feel like I heard that
6 months ago. They tried to seize the license for Dungeons and Dragons, even though they can't do that.
Okay,
but they just were like, well, let's just try. Let's just see what happens. And so that's probably what you're referring to.
That is what I'm referring to. Yes, I remembered it being about Dungeons and Dragons, not Magic. But
yes, yeah, but everyone's forgotten about that.
Oh, okay, that's water under the bridge.
Everyone forgot about that. Like that happened, and then a week later, the Dungeons and Dragons movie came out, and everyone was like, "Oh, this is really good," and then it was forgotten.
Oh, so perfect timing then.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe too perfect.
Mm-hmm. They knew how good it was, and they were like, "Shit, we could do some effed up shit before
we could do some real damage to our brand, and it won't mean anything to anyone."
Yeah, because they'll love it. Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
I mean, if they were that smart, I would then fine, right? Like at that point, then do whatever you want.
It's like checkmate, man. You win.
Exactly.
What could be said?
If you're really smart enough to manipulate global public opinion months ahead of time, presumably, then you deserve to fulfill that role. I guess.
It's like you fucking win. Like,
yeah,
good
I don't
job.
know what to do about that. Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
but I don't think it was that.
So that and Cataclysm. Have you in your whatever little spare time you have in the off turns that you have during Cataclysm when you have like a free turn to like do something? Have you read any more? Have you read any more Dune books?
No, that is the next thing I'm going to read, though. I mean, whenever the next like actual real book that I'm going to read, I guess. I've read fake books in between that, but those don't count. That's like eating candy. It's not really real. I refer to fan fiction here.
Oh, okay, fantastic.
Yeah, not like Snape and Harry kissing in a corridor fan fiction. It's a different genre.
Yeah, it's not slash fiction.
General fix. Just like non-romance. Just like what if Iron Man was in the DC universe? That's a really lazy example, but that kind of thing. But slash is the majority. Like if you go read fan fiction, the majority of them are slash.
Which is why I was wondering if you were going to specify, because when I hear fan fiction, only one thing comes to mind.
Exactly. That's why I specify. Yeah. I'm not reading things that like 13-year-old Harry Potter fans are writing. Although I guess at this point they're 33-year-old Harry Potter fans.
Well, yeah, now they're reading it. The 13-year-olds write it and the 33-year-olds read it. I know how this goes, all right? I understand.
And there's also just like a lot of free novels that are like original, obviously. But they're all kind of bad.
Yeah, like they're like less than light novels.
Less than light novels, yeah. Although not translated, so that helps a lot. Because when you read translated light novels, that definitely takes them down a notch.
I can imagine. I mean, yeah, because what is it? It's like doujinshi or something? It's like the independent light novels or whatever the fuck. I feel like that's the right term.
I thought that was a different thing.
Doujinshi. Is
that the right thing? Self-published or fan works. No, you're right. Yep, that is what that means.
Yeah. It's like, but like, I feel like, and maybe this is just me watching enough animes, I kind of like assume that like in order to like really be considered a serious doujinshi, like you kind of have to like have like sold it at some like major anime expo instead of like released it for free online to like you and 3 other people.
Yeah, I think that's definitely that was how it was in the past, for sure. I don't know how it is now. I imagine things like One Punch Man have sort of shook up that meta, though.
Was One Punch Man a doujinshi?
Yeah, One Punch Man was a completely self-published web comic originally, and then it just like it was so popular that it got picked up.
That's insane.
Like the guy who does Eye Shield 21 was like, I'll just draw this for you, and we can like publish it in Shonen Jump. And one was like, okay, sure, yeah.
He's like, if I must.
Yeah. What's crazy though is that like the webcomic is still better, I think, ultimately. Like the manga, like it looks beautiful. Like don't get me wrong, but like he's a good the guy who writes One Punch Man originally is like a good writer.
Yeah.
And like he's funny, and so like his original web novel is like still the better version, I think.
Wait, he also made Mob Psycho?
Uh-huh.
Oh fuck me, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, dude, he's like he's our generation's like genius guy.
Okay, no, yeah, I mean, fucking, like, I mean,
yeah, and his other stuff is good too. I don't remember what his other one's like a mob demon or something, a demon in the mob or something. I don't remember.
Yeah, the listeners can't see this, but bowing down, fantastic.
Yeah, bowing down.
Jesus Christ, man. Okay, wow. I didn't realize he. I mean, like, I always kind of like thought that like the art style of fucking Mob Psycho was like somewhat similar.
Yeah, you were right,
and I was right. Same author.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck me, Jesus Christ. It's too much talent for one person. You can't make two really good and also really funny like series. That's illegal. Like, all right, like they could both be good, but they can't both be good and funny because that's really hard.
Mob Psycho especially is like cheating. It feels like it's too good.
It is fucking fantastic. I do love that. Speaking of anime, so
what
I
have you
finally,
been up to?
Well, I mean, we've watched a fuck ton, but like, I finally watched Frieren.
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
Not as sad as I expected. Like, episode 1 was very sad. It was very,
I mean, I think
sad.
I recommended it to you when there was only like 6 episodes out.
Okay, yeah. I was like, I went into it being like, because we put it off for a while because I was just like, ooh, am I ready to be like this sad? you know? And it was like mostly like a happy-go-lucky little adventure, you know?
Yes.
That
Overall.
it was a crushingly sad adventure. So yeah, I mean, I was stoked. I was like, this is good. So yeah, it was just fantastic. It deserves all of the accolades and praise that it has been getting.
Mm-hmm. Yes, 100%. It's amazing. Oh, actually, speaking of Japanese things, Shogun.
Oh, I've heard
Shogun?
I keep hearing about it. I have not watched it yet.
It goes to the top of your list.
Okay, it's
for sure.
It's that
no
good?
Question. Yeah, it's amazing. It was so good.
Fuck. Okay, yeah.
It's really good. It's so good. It's unbelievably good.
Okay. I know everybody's talking about it and I'm not watching it. I'm just like,
yeah, it's great.
Watch Shogun. Okay.
Yeah. You'll enjoy it a lot.
Yeah. We did speaking of catching up with dated pop culture, obviously Shogun, current pop culture, so by the time we watch it, we'll be dated. But
sure.
Well, we finally watched both the Barbie movie and Oppenheimer.
Oh, nice. Did you do it back to back?
We did not.
Okay, well,
mostly because Oppenheimer is a fucking 3-hour movie, and I was just like, yeah,
yeah,
that one.
It was rough.
Yeah. So okay, Barbie movie. It was good. I mean, it was as good. I
loved it. It was great.
It was as good as I could have possibly expected a Barbie movie to be. I honestly like. Here's my.
I would say better than even. Because I would expect a Barbie movie to be bad, I guess is what I'm saying.
I guess because I knew that people liked it and they knew that it was like, I was like, okay, like I'm tempering my expectations, but I expect this to be a competently /good/fun movie, which it was. I feel like because there was a lot of, I feel like discussion and discourse around it that I was just like, this movie is like, it's so fucking like tame in comparison to like what people made it out to be, like, oh my God, this is such a, it was either like this movie didn't go far enough or this movie went way too far. And I'm just like, this movie was barely taking a stance. Like I after watching it, I was just like, people were mad about this. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
They needed something to be mad about.
I guess so. Jesus Christ. But yeah, no, it was fun. I enjoyed it. I learned a lot about Barbies that I didn't even know that I needed to know.
Yep. They were successful in that for sure.
Oh,
yeah, I enjoyed that. What'd you think of Oppenheimer?
I thought that the entire first hour was a fucking mess. And then the rest of the movie was good. But I was really concerned in that first hour because, like, I feel like, you know, I like Christopher Nolan. I like his stuff. Some of my favorite movies are Christopher Nolan movies. But, like, for fuck's sake, man, you got to stop, like, rapidly time jumping every 2 seconds. Like, it was just like, I was like, can we stop for a second and like stay on a scene for more than like 20 seconds at a time so I can like absorb what's happening? It's like, it's not that I didn't like understand, but it was just like, can you let it breathe for any amount of time? Because it was just like scene, time jump, scene, time jump, scene. I'm like, no, like this is unnecessary. But luckily, he fucking calmed the hell down in the last 2 hours of the movie to the point where I was able to actually like pay attention and like be like, okay, this is what's going on. But I was just like, Jesus, man, like ADD as hell that first hour, just ADD as hell. I will
admit I don't remember a lot of the first hour.
Yeah, because it was just a fever dream of images and like 3 seconds of dialogue each. It's like I feel like it could have been a 2 hour and 30-minute movie, and you could have like taken out some of like the time jumps to the future, like to like the trial or whatever, and just done the first part like somewhat slowly, and it would have been fine. Like maybe slip the Einstein scene in there for foreshadowing, but like that's it. Other than that, like fuck off.
I agree. Yes, it would have been better traditionally. Yeah, linear, whatever.
It also wasn't the movie I thought it was going to be. It was good. Like I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I was disappointed by that as well. Yeah,
you know exactly what I'm going to say. Like I thought it was going to be more of a like science movie. You know?
Yes, I was excited for like for Christopher Nolan's Mars or whatever the heck that movie was called.
The Martian.
The Martian. Thank you.
Yeah, and it totally wasn't that. Like I wanted to like. I mean, I can understand to some degree because it's like it is a relatively sensitive subject. So it's like spending a good chunk of the movie, like celebrating.
3 hours, just like, yeah, here's how you solve these problems in nuclear fusion.
Yeah, it's like, I get it. Although, like, it's like a guy, I can't remember which YouTuber.
I would have appreciated that, though. I need to work on mine, so any tips would be great.
Oh, Jesus. Oh God, but who was the YouTuber that he did that series and it was good?
Oh, I'm Nile Red.
Oh God. I was busy looking for it, and then like it hit me what you just said. God damn it. It would be a Nile Blue, though. Let's be fair.
It would be a Nile Blue, yeah, or Backyard Chemistry or whatever heck that other guy's channel is. The long-haired guy who always does it in his garage.
Yeah, well, that one wouldn't
really
come out because then they would just be dead.
He has been rated, I feel like.
He would make it successfully.
Yeah, he would
be
die.
the end. Oh no, but
we would hear about it on the news.
Oh, I can't even find it. Who was the guy that did it?
What, like in real life? You talking about like the Eagle Scout?
No. He does the
filmed it. Yeah.
He does the like what like how is it actually like what were the engineering challenges that needed to be like
not technology connections? I'm assuming either.
It was not technology, although that would be great.
It's gonna drop. All these YouTubers should do a series together about this. That would be amazing.
Through the power of buying 2 of them, I've been able to open up this atomic bomb. Technology connections. Man. Boom. Oh God. Oh God, it's gonna kill me. Hang on. Engineering of atomic bomb. Is that what I'm looking for?
You are definitely on a list now.
I know. It's on so many lists. But like, what was
There's some lighting up on an NSA's agent, or I guess you're in Canada. Still NSA.
It's still, yeah. Come on, it's still NSA. Let's be fair here.
Hi, NSA agent. How you doing? I'm sorry to have wasted your time listening to this podcast.
Oh, he's not gonna even get to the podcast. It's gonna be fucking. It's already.
Oh no, he's gonna have to listen to the whole podcast just to like make sure it's not like code. That's why they have to hire so many people. Oh, you got a lot of podcasts to listen to.
This is actually killing me because it was a good
not as
series.
much as you had built an actual bomb.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I can't find it. I don't know. Maybe this guy got demonetized because he made a video about the Manhattan Project.
Maybe, yeah. It's not on the internet anymore.
Yeah. But it was really interesting because it's like, you know, like that. There's like that scene, right, where like, you know, like it's like those big pieces that they're slotting into it. You know, and like if I had already seen that series, so I knew what the fuck that was. But like, if you had no idea what that was, it's like, no, that was really interesting how they like figured out like you got to make these things to like make the bomb implode, and like that was the way that it worked, and like it was really fucking cool and interesting. I thought it was very educational, but fucking can't find the series. So whatever.
I went into Barbenheimer excited for Oppenheimer and lukewarm on Barbie. But I left excited for Barbie and lukewarm on Oppenheimer, essentially. So that was a shame, but it was still a good movie, though.
It was still a good movie. It was. Yeah. It was not my favorite of Christopher Nolan's, but like,
no, for sure,
it was still. It was a good movie. You know, like it did the thing.
I did learn stuff about Oppenheimer, so he was successful in that regard.
Yes, and it was much more about him, which was fine.
And how awesome his wife is.
Yeah, pretty much. And how much shit she had to put up with.
Yeah, and how she saved his, well, didn't save his ass, but like that scene in the interrogation at the end is like, that's like the best part of the movie.
Yes, that is the best part of the movie. It is fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, like honestly, like the whole movie could, I mean, like, because they basically skipped most of like the science. It's like the whole movie could have just been the trial and like, you know, the interrogation and the trial. That would have been a pretty good movie too. Yeah. The other thing, well, we watched several other things, but
I want to know all the anime you've watched for sure.
I can't possibly list it, but I have to pick out one in particular.
I believe in you.
Can't remember all of it. There's so much. We've been plowing, but have you watched Jobless Reincarnation?
Jobless Reincarnation. Oh yeah, Mushoku Tensei.
Yeah, Mushoku Tensei.
Yeah. I hate that I'm that person. It's one of those names that I do know better in the Japanese.
Well,
yes.
And also, to be fair to you,
even though I'm sure I'm destroying the pronunciation,
and it's happening to me too, is because my anime list always lists it as the Japanese title. Yes, I have now gotten to the point where I need to get used to knowing the Japanese title.
I hate that. It's so annoying, but that is the reason. Yeah.
Yes, that is the reason. I know why.
I wish they would just list it in English.
Yeah, but that is What do you think? I mean, to the extent that you can remember it, what do you think of that show?
To be completely fair, I stopped watching it.
Okay.
And like I got pretty far through season 1.
I don't blame you.
I would love it if it was not Japanese.
And by that, you mean very specifically not absolutely crammed to the fucking gills with like weird ecchi bullshit.
Yes, exactly. Yes, that is precisely what I mean.
That
it has so much potential and it's ruined so thoroughly by that.
It is if you remove those parts, it is the best isekai that I've ever watched.
Yes, without a doubt. No, 100%. The world building is amazing, but it's world building done by like a horny basement virgin.
And here's the like there's somebody
like canonically, right?
Oh yeah. And like there needs to like seriously like there needs to be a supercut of that show.
Oh yeah.
Where they just take out all the ecchi parts because like
ooh, oh my god, dude. Whoa. Or just an abridged. Because that would be good.
By and large, I mean, like, I watched the whole series, right? And I'm going to keep watching it because it is genuinely good. But, like, I feel like none of the ecchi parts actually move the story along in any way. Like, that they're completely cuttable. Like, you could, like this guy is basically begging you to be like,
100%.
just take him out. Just fucking cut him. Like, I'm going to put him in there because I want to do it, but, like, just cut him. Nobody will know. Yeah. It's like, why is this episode only 15 minutes? Don't worry about it. I will say, if you ever consider continuing to watch, as time goes on, they get fewer and far between. I feel like he just tries to make them even like stupider and worse because he uses fewer of them, but there are less of them. Like there was like a whole swath of episodes where I feel like there wasn't even a single ecchi moment, and then they slipped one back in. I'm like, you just can't help yourself, can you? Can you stop? Is this necessary?
No, yeah, they can't.
Christ almighty, man. But yeah, okay. I'm glad you came away with the exact same response that I did. Of just like, this has so much potential to be good, and yet they continually fuck it up with all the ecchi bullshit.
Yes, I know. I came off with the same impression of that. It was so much potential.
Yeah. But in terms of studios that do ecchi shit perfectly, I've realized Studio Trigger. Oh yeah, favorite anime studio.
Trigger,
favorite
yeah,
anime
sure.
Holy, I mean, I can't remember if it's Kill la Kill or Gurren Lagann. That wasn't technically them, but it was all the same people. They just changed the name of their studio at some point. But so I mean, fucking Gurren Lagann, Kill la Kill, Darling in the Franxx we just watched, which was fantastic. Everybody fucking hates on the last little bit of it because it's basically the exact same ending as Gurren Lagann, but fuck them. I don't care. It was great. I got teary-eyed. I thought it was fantastic.
Oh, I see. Wait a second. Yeah, their Trigger is so new. I thought they were way older than this. Who are they formed from? Oh, from Gainax.
Gainax.
Yep. Oh, of course. The only people I would say give Studio Trigger a run for their money is Bones.
What's Bones made?
Oh my god. I mean, let's see here.
It feels like
the original Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, but they didn't make Brotherhood.
They made Brotherhood too.
Oh, they made Brotherhood. Okay.
I'm trying to find ones you would definitely know and that are also impressive. Space Dandy.
They made Go Sick. That's fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like Wolf's Rain, Razaphone, Eureka 7, but I don't think you've seen any of those.
Oh, they made Bungo Stray Dogs. They made My Hero Academia.
Yeah. Mob Psycho 100.
They made Mob Psycho. Okay.
And the second season.
Okay.
And the third season.
Okay, but the only caveat though, okay, so yes, correct. But
I just said run for the money.
What I like about Studio Trigger is I feel like their shit is really original.
Oh, yes. I think their shit is all original, right?
And it's like they have like a way that they do things. Like within Studio Trigger stuff, like their shows are no, I won't say samey, but like I feel like they're kind of cut from a similar cloth.
Yes,
but like
sure.
But I do feel like nobody else is doing what they do. And if they try, they fail. Because like all of their stuff is just like, it's just mint, man. Like we're watching on Netflix, we're watching Brand New Animal right now.
Brand New Animal? Oh, that's not what I thought you were going to say. Okay.
So fucking good.
I thought you were going to say Delicious in Dungeon.
No, well, because that's not done yet. So we're waiting for that to finish. But we will definitely be watching that.
Brand New Animal? This is
Brand
really
New
good?
Animal. Yes. Okay. They also did SSSS Gridman. They did Little Witch Academia. They did fucking.
Yeah, I mean, Little Witch Academia is my favorite thing. I do love that. The original OVA they did was the best thing. Gridman. I don't think I've ever seen Gridman.
And then Gygax did fucking Eva. They did Eva.
Yeah. And Gurren Lagann still.
And
FLCL.
Because so Darling in the Franxx is very much in the vein of Eva, but like not as depressing. Like it's like an ultimately uplifting / nicer Eva. So,
sure. That's interesting. Oh, I don't think I was even thinking of Bones. I was thinking of Madhouse.
Oh, okay, Madhouse. Yeah.
Madhouse.
Bones has done some really good stuff though, but okay, Madhouse, yes, obviously. Madhouse is fucking.
That's the one I'm thinking of. Yes.
Yes.
Because they did One Punch Man season 1 and Frieren and Parasite, Vampire Hunter D. Yeah. There's some good anime studios out there for sure.
Oh my god, they did FLCL. I mean, Gygax, but Jesus Christ. Okay, so Studio Trigger, goated, too good. Fucking, please nerf. Too fucking good.
Still going strong.
Yeah. I mean, we're gonna watch Delicious. Is Delicious in Dungeon done now? Because
I don't know. It's got to be close.
I feel like it was one of those ones where I was like, I was ready to watch it, but then I was like, ooh, I don't think it's actually I don't think it's actually finished yet. Dungeon Meshi.
It's a 26 episode season, I'm assuming, so it's got to be close.
No, yeah, it's still January 4, 2024 to question mark. So that's okay. That's kind of what I thought, because I feel like we were gonna watch this next, and then I was like, ooh, this is not done yet. So
and 3 Body Problem,
the
Netflix,
the Chinese one, the Netflix one.
Well, okay, I mean, I would recommend the Chinese one too, but it's also
you did
way
last
longer.
time. You did last time.
Okay.
So, but you've watched the Netflix one?
No, I was. That's actually what I was gonna start watching it right before this, but I didn't have time.
No worries.
But Mason's recommended it heavily, so I will definitely check it out.
Okay, so it is good.
Yeah, I was worried it was going to be bad, if I'm honest, because it's it's an American Netflix adaptation of like a beloved Chinese sci-fi work. It's like, ugh, I feel like they're gonna like fuck it up on purpose almost.
They've been doing some good stuff though. I mean,
No, for sure. Yeah.
Did you watch Blue Eye Samurai?
Blue Eye Samurai? No, I didn't even really. I mean, I guess that hit my radar, but not really.
It was fantastic.
You should watch it.
It is an animated show. It's not an anime. It's like a 3D. It's very similar to like Arcane in like visual style. Really good. Worth a watch.
Okay, it's just legit samurai. Okay, cool. Samurai stuff's good.
Samurai stuff is good. I will have to continue asking. Did you ever get around to watching Witch from Mercury?
Oh God! Wow. No, I didn't even. Nope.
I'm once again asking you to watch Witch from Mercury.
Sorry, it fell off of my list at some point, I guess. For some reason. I know why, because I don't save the list. I just keep a notepad open, unsaved.
Yeah. This is your back on once every month, 2-month reminder to watch Witch from Mercury.
I was thinking about watching a Gundam show recently. Maybe it'll be this one.
Yeah.
If I watch any Gundam show, it will be this one, I guess is what I'm saying.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah. I think we're probably coming up on watching another Gundam soon. So yeah, I'm ready for that.
Gundarms. That's what they're called in this. That's amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Thank you for the reminder.
No problem. So we also have to talk about perhaps the most important news that's come out in the last 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Dude, that fucking trailer with like the actual actor for Henry, who, my God, I mean, they just literally, they did use his whole face. I mean, I didn't realize that the voice actor was also just him. They literally just made his face be on that person.
I didn't watch the whole trailer.
Neither did I. I was like, okay, cool. I saw some gameplay. I was like, it basically looks almost the same as the previous game.
I didn't want to see any like spoilers for anything. Oh my God. Yeah. I mean, I guess, I don't get excited for games anymore in that way, but like I will be very excited to play that game when it comes out for sure.
I just really hope that, I can run it.
I mean, I don't see why. I mean, do you think they're going to try and like up it?
I hope that they've solved their optimization issues.
I hope they just spent the last 4 years or whatever optimizing it.
Yes, that's what I like. Can you have like please fixed your engine so that like even with a literal fucking 3090, I get like 26 frames per second and retie. Like it's a fucking, the card came out like 10 years after you made this game, and like you could like, I don't know, like do anything on this card except for run fucking
whatever that game is doing. It's the engine itself that is slow, because we get the same performance.
It's ridiculous. And it's like, I mean, I know we've talked about this on the podcast, but I can't. Like
It is-
if you look at your CPU and GPU usage, they don't even run that high. It's like they're not even being taxed. It's just the game is just like, I just don't know what to do with these frames. Like, you're just handing them to me, and I'm like, fucking, I don't know. I just start tossing them in the air.
It's doing its best, Jason. It's doing its best.
It's really not. It could do a lot better.
You know,
And it's hilarious too because it's like everything else runs fine. Like out in the fields or whatever, or like any other town, I'm getting like 100 FPS. It's like I'm like blasting this thing. But like then I get into the fucking main city. It's just like
I mean, there are a lot of NPCs doing things in that place. I'm not surprised.
it really like I don't know what the problem is, but like it's certainly a solvable one. But like, well, actually, I say it's solvable. I don't think it's actually solvable anymore. I think it was solvable when they made the game. But whatever they did it wrong, and they hopefully fixed it for this one.
Yes, it would be nice if performance was better. I am just excited for more game.
Oh yeah, me too. I mean,
Yeah, I can only kill the same mercenary camp so many times.
yes, before it gets old, before the thrill is gone.
Yeah, turns out it's about like I think a dozen times. I think that's about as many times as I cleared them. Where I was like, okay.
When I was playing the game, I thought it was good, but I wasn't like, oh my God, this is like transcendent or whatever. But like, I reflect on that game a lot. And like to the point where I'm like, wow, I actually had a really, really, really fun time playing that game. Like when I think back to it, I'm like, no, that actually ruled. Like I haven't had that much fun with like an open world RPG type of thing since like probably like fucking, I don't know, maybe like Oblivion or something.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's an
like,
Elder Scrolls game. It's crazy.
Yeah, and like as badly optimized. Like it's great. It's fantastic.
In every possible way, it is an Elder Scrolls game.
In every possible way.
Whatever,
yeah, because it's like
whatever there is about simulating reality accurately in 3D makes Bethesda type games. You know, things float.
It is a Bethesda like for sure.
Yeah, things float around. You get stuck on rocks. You know, it's perfect.
Yeah, shit just randomly stops working for no reason. It's
Pop
just,
in like crazy.
But yeah, I mean, like it's just like, you know,
but it's so good
because I feel like after Morrowind, like a lot of different games, and like, you know, and then after like Assassin's Creed and shit, you know, and Far Cry, like everybody started doing like relatively the same thing with regards to like open world games and especially open world RPGs. Like I feel like the amount of innovation in that space has been not what I would have hoped. You know, considering like the big leap that like Morrowind was, but like this game genuinely felt fresh. Like it genuinely, I was like, wow, they actually like put some effort into this one.
You're talking about like AAA games though.
Yes, that's
triple double A, I guess I should say.
Correct.
Because there's like a huge amount of innovation happening in the, you know, indie space, obviously on that front. You know, open world RPG.
Like, of open world RPGs?
Yeah, 100%.
I guess which one? I mean,
let's see. There's that one Atomic Quest or Atomic RPG. I think it's literally called Atomic RPG. Atom RPG. There we go.
Atom RPG.
Atom RPG. Elix. Elix 2. Cataclysm. If you're looking for specifically Bethesda, we're talking 3D graphics.
I'm talking 3D graphics. I'm
Elix
talking
is your
3D
best bet because that's Piranha Bytes. There was that Greedfall, but like I'm saying indie space though, so not 3D graphics, but like, you know, you don't need those.
Yeah, but I mean like that was the thing with Morrowind. It was just like it had everything, you know? And this also has everything despite being like Eurojank nonsense.
No, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for Kingdom Come 2.
I do have a few songs.
Okay, sure.
Grab this first one and don't forget to turn off your autoplay.
Oh yeah, or else I'm going to get that one black metal song
yes. Again. Every time. It's literally never going to stop. Okay. So I've been making more music. I got a new fucking toy to play with. And so this first one's called Am I Disco?
I'm playing it. Nice. I see you've taken inspiration from what's the band? The title, Am I Disco?
A Daft Punk?
Yeah.
Yeah, it ended up in a weird space. I was like, I don't know why this is going this direction, but I'm not going to stop it from going in that direction.
So what new toy did this use?
Okay, so there's this new plugin that came out called Chroma, so there was this plugin a while ago, Pitch Map, which essentially what it does is it takes your, like, whatever you put into it, And all of the like frequencies, it basically nudges them towards a scale that you can set. So Chrome, like pitch map is like $300. It's nonsense. And I was just like, fuck it. I was like, that's really cool. I'm not paying $300 for that. So a couple months ago, something called Chroma came out, which does functionally the same thing, but for like $40. And I was like, okay, I can get down with that. And so literally, if you listen to like the beginning of that, basically what I did is I took that and I put it on drums. So even though drums not being normally tonal, I put that on there and I kept changing like the scale that it was playing, like the chord that it was playing, to get like an actual like, you know, melody line to it. Which, and I was like, okay, that's fucking cool as hell. So then from there, I was just trying to put stuff on top of that to make it sound cool. But yeah, Chroma is fantastic. It solves a problem that I've been having for a long time of like, ooh, I want this to play this sample, but when I play it in its key, it sounds fine. But when I change to any other key, it sounds like dog shit. So I guess I can't use that particular one. But now it's like, ooh, that's very much like what I want. But I'll just put in the scale that I want to play, and then it just shoves everything into the right key, which is so nice. It's so nice.
I wonder if that's like an AI powered thing.
In this case, no.
In this case, out a better algorithm.
I think they just it just has less options, honestly. Because like with pitch map, you can adjust every note to another note. So it will like, it's like, so if this note is triggering an A, you can make it trigger a B flat, you know, or make it trigger a F or whatever. It's nonsense. Whereas this is like, you put in the notes and it just, what it does is it takes the waveform, or like, you know, whatever like it is, and breaks it up into like the, like, you know, the 100 frequency band, the 200 frequency band, 300, 400, etc. You know, I don't know how like granular it is, but like, and it says, is this in the right key? If not, nudge it a semitone down or a semitone up. So it's like a quick and dirty way of doing the same thing with fewer options, but the way that everybody was using pitch map was exactly the way that everybody uses Chroma. So it's like, fuck it. Okay. It's good enough. And it's $40.
That's nice. I mean, that's the future.
It is the future. It's fantastic. So yeah, people have been, that's been a big one. The other one that's been, I actually just got recently, it's like a Amigo sampler. Basically it's for making like jungle and shit, you know, like the bump music for
did you say Migo?
Amigo. Yeah. It's basically Amigo. Yeah, it's basically like using some of the like, are you at all familiar with trackers?
Nope.
Okay.
Not in the way you're talking about them, at least.
So I think Amiga had a tracker, which is basically like a really primitive way. Yeah, Pro Tracker. It was a really primitive way of like doing like music, where basically it was just like a thing that it would scroll down, and you could assign instruments to any individual line, and then you could assign some effects to it. And like the Amiga had like a tracker, and basically all it would do is, you know, it would allow you to like play music on essentially a grid. And I mean, you know, some of them were more advanced than others, but a lot of early like drum and bass and jungle and stuff like that were made on trackers, because it just, you know, it was, I think you could sample on it and stuff like that. And it was just like, it was also just, I think, very inexpensive, maybe at the time. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but it was one of those things where it was a really easy like inroad into making music. And this replicates a lot of those same features, like the same kind of like low fidelity of it, and some of the like same features that it had in terms of like, I think it's like phasing and a couple other things. Anyway, it sounds fucking cool. I haven't actually made anything with it yet, but I've been playing around with it a lot. And that's been, at least for me, in my particular YouTube algorithm, has been blowing the fuck up.
Nice. You know, if it's working.
Yeah. So this next one, actually, this is another new, this was a free toy. This next one is called After Image. This was made using a granular synthesizer off of like a piano, which I thought sounded really cool.
Yeah, I like that. So
yeah.
That's a piano?
Yeah, so right at the beginning of that, basically like what it is like, so I don't remember what the sample was, but it was like a piano basically like playing, you know, some melody line. And so I put it through what's called a granulizer, which I really like. I haven't played around with much because I feel like I never can get what I want out of a granulizer. But in this one case, I fucking figured it out. I'm like, ooh, that sounds good. And what a granulizer essentially does is it takes the sound and chops it up into really, really tiny bits. And then it plays through them. So like, and what it does is essentially at the location of the sound, it plays a grain, which basically like runs through like millisecond portions of that thing at a certain speed. So
you
get
run
like
through?
as in like, so it'll like play forward or backward through that like piece of sound in like little millisecond increments. And so if you can imagine, like if it's playing, you know, like however many milliseconds of sound slightly slower or slightly faster, you get kind of like stretching or compressing of that sound in weird ways. And also because they're grains and so they're like individual, like you get this kind of that kind of like crunchiness to the sound that like, and so it can create some really weird effects that you wouldn't get with anything other than a granular type thing. And this one is pretty neat because when you dump a sample into it, it'll basically map like to notes that it finds. So like if you give it like a drum sample, it won't do anything with it because there's no tones in there. So it's only good for making like stuff that has like actual like, you know, note values instead of just like sound. But when you put it in there, like it's nice because then you can like pretty much like all the notes that it does find will be in key, so you can actually place, because that's one of the things I always struggle with granular stuff is like you can make big washy pads with it, you know, because you can make the grains play really slow and put a lot of reverb on them and they just sound like, which is cool, but like, I mean, you know, I don't make a lot of music that sounds like that, so I have less use for it. But like this, I was like, okay, let me just dump samples into it and play notes and see if I hear anything that sounds neat. And this sounded neat, so I was like, all right, I'll do something with this.
Yeah, well, it turned out well. It sounds good. I like the glitchiness of it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. I tried to lean into the crunchiness, you know, and like the distortedness of it, because sometimes I don't lean as far into that as I should, but I was like, all right, I'm going to go for it. I'm going to let this be crunchy and distorted and just play into that instead of trying to smooth that out a little bit. And then speaking of glitchy and distorted, I made the last one is I made some breakcore. So this one's called Bikudi.
Cool. That is definitely EDM.
I love drum and bass, man. I love it. I've been fucking around with some different ways to like make really glitchy aim and break drum shit, and I think I finally come up with a good workflow for that allows me to make that in a relatively short space of time instead of like meticulously like taking each piece and like maneuvering it everywhere. I'm like, all right, I set up like a whole effects chain of things that like, you know, each one feeds into the next one, and I'm like, okay, if I take the time to set this up, then I could just dump whatever I want into it, and I can make it sound cool on the other side, hopefully. So yes.
Is that something you like made yourself, or like is that like something you like?
I literally just took like a standard amen break, you know, like like, you know, the drum and bass loop of all time, and then absolutely just went to fucking town on it. Like all of the nonsense you're hearing in there is me doing all sorts of just bullshit to it.
Well, it sounds good.
Excellent. All right. Shall we move on to the main topic?
Yes.
All right. So if you listen to the last podcast, and I mean, if you didn't, shame on you. I mean, how could you not? But you know, we did a different one this time. We picked some random shit from our YouTube algorithms and sight unseen just went ahead and did them. And so the one that I picked was, drum roll please, Chervil,
Chervil, yeah, something like that.
Limbus by Chervil. And then Steven, what did you?
I did Renaissance by Apache,
yeah, Apache, maybe
Apache, something like that.
Yeah, relatively similar runtime, actually. Interesting.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, statistically, I guess.
Yeah,
if we pick random, we're gonna get the most average. So I guess 40 minutes is the average runtime for albums.
40 minutes is the average runtime. Not for me, weirdly. A lot of the ones that are on my list, like that I've looked through, some of them are like over, like a good, a not unreasonable chunk of them are over an hour. And so I was like, I'm going to pick one that's not over an hour.
Yes. I had the opposite problem. I don't get like the artists I listen to don't have albums.
Yeah.
They release singles. So this was very hard for me to actually find like an artist I've listened to in the last like 2 months with an album.
Yeah. And I mean, to be clear, I've never listened this Shrivel or whatever, never even fucking heard. I don't even know why this popped up. Like it's like the most random of random recommendations. Normally we say why we recommended them, but the answer is because it fucking showed up and it looked I thought that the cover looked cool. That was why I picked it. So I vote that we do Limbus first. Any disagreements to that?
Sure.
Let's fucking do it, man. So yeah, I feel like this was a relatively pleasant surprise for the most part.
Yeah, this was good.
Yeah, the danger of this was always going to be that it was going to be like, 45 minutes of just like random noise, or some shit.
I mean, that might have been like revelatory.
It could have been.
Yeah.
It's interesting. So did you look up anything with regards to this album?
I did not.
Okay. So it's funny because I actually almost had written down a different album. Because this is like a electronic accompaniment to a like I think it's like a post rock or post metal like album. Which I don't. What is the name of the band? And it's funny because they have the exact same
Holocene.
Thank you. So.
Oh my God, yeah, and it's about his his journey with depression. My God,
yeah,
artists.
And I listened to like parts of that Holocene album or whatever, and I'm glad that this is the one that we got. I wasn't really. It was like pretty generic post metal, and I was like, I don't even really like post metal that much. Like, it's not even really my jam. So like this, I'm glad that this was what we landed on. But yeah, when I clicked on this for the first time, I was like, all right, I think we're gonna have an okay podcast. This is not gonna be a nightmare.
Yes, this album reminded me a lot of the work of Ed Harrison, who did like the Deus Ex music.
Oh, interesting.
There's an album he made called Neo Tokyo, which I guess is like a bunch of his original stuff.
Okay.
And it sounds a lot like this. Like specifically the like if you go to 2:15, 2:15 on the first song. Mm-hmm. That like I don't know how to describe it. The like
an almost brass type of
all like everything that's happening right there, all of the sounds. That's what the whole album sounds like for Neo Tokyo, essentially.
I could. And you said Deus Ex, and I'm now that you're saying that, I'm kind of like, I don't remember exactly what the music for Deus Ex sounded like, but I do remember it maybe not
original Deus Ex, to be clear.
Yes, original Deus Ex. I don't remember it not sounding like this. It's got I don't know what the word is for it, but like there's a very like specific aesthetic here that
dreamy,
I've seen in like a number of video games.
If you can put a word on it, I would love that because I love this sound. I like this album, by the way, in case that's not clear, but this particular like bit, like these parts of this album are like, this is my favorite for sure.
Yeah. It's got a very cinematic feel to it.
Yes. Yeah. Cinematic. That's a good way to put it. But yeah. So yeah, that's what my main thoughts were listening to this album is like, wow, this sounds a lot like Neo Tokyo.
Yeah. There's something about this drum beat that I feel like I've heard in other things. Like
and the production, it's very like echoey, I guess.
Yeah. Like reverby.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got all the terms now, man.
I know, it's great, yeah.
I'll tell you, recently, I went back and I decided to blast from the past myself. And I re-listened to a couple of the albums that you had recommended like towards the beginning of the podcast when I hadn't like started doing any music production and I was getting, I just didn't know shit, right?
Yeah.
So I re-listened to that with a Nicholas Jar album, the 2012 to 27.
Yeah.
I re-listened to that, and I also re-listened to what is it? Jay Byers, or I guess not. It wasn't Jay Byers.
Sure. Yeah.
Jay Byers is
Against the Logic.
Well, so Against All Logic was the Nicholas
Jar. Oh, you're
one,
right. Yeah.
And then the other one, it was Nature of Imitation.
Yes, I think that's it. Yeah.
And I'll tell you, so I mean, like the first time we went through, I had like I like went crazy about the Against All Logic one, and I liked Nature of Imitation, but like it was a lot, right?
Yes, of course. It is.
I feel completely the opposite now. I'm like, fuck, man, Jesus Christ,
because Nature of Imitation is like unbelievably good.
It's unbelievably good. And like I feel like I have a better grasp on what like the Against All Logic album is. Like it's still very good.
Yeah,
don't get
it's
me
house
wrong.
music though. Yeah,
but it's like I get it. Like, and also it's interesting because I remember at the time you were talking a lot about like all the distortion on the album.
Yeah,
and I just like didn't really know what you were talking about, which is insane. But like going back and listening to it now, I'm like, holy shit, this is a really distorted album. Like I don't know how I missed that.
Yeah, I feel like it's Dorian Concept and bands like that. They're making music for people who listen to a lot of music.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're pulling little tricks that you don't appreciate unless you're expecting the normal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And that I feel like is where bands like that. So once you like have listened to a lot of that kind of music and you're like, okay, this is going to be like a part here where he's going to do this part, and then he doesn't do it, and you're like, oh, okay, whoa, wait a second. He's speaking my language all of a sudden.
Yeah, and like all the glitchy stuff that he was doing on the Dorian Concept album, it's like it's good. It's real good. So yeah. Newfound appreciation. I have to go back and listen to some of these early albums and things that you recommended, because a lot of that stuff, it's like I liked some of it went over my head, and now I feel like it will go over my head less, and I'll have a better chance of enjoying it.
Well, cool. I'm glad.
But yeah, so yeah, this first song on this album, yeah, as soon as it came out, I was like, yeah, all right.
Yes, yeah, it's good opener. I like what they're doing on this first track.
Mm-hmm. It would immediately suck me in. I was like, all right. This is not going to be trash. Okay, so then Remission. I mean, the beginning of Remission, I fucking love. This just like really like this like delay sounding thing. It's like like this like delay arpeggiator.
This sounds like the map travel for Mass Effect.
Yes, holy shit. It's
like exactly that.
Yes, Mass Effect. Oh my god. Yes, 1,000,000%.
My theory is that whoever made this album both liked Deus Ex and Mass Effect.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. They're a gamer,
exactly.
So then at 124 or whatever, they find one. I love that.
What?
So this is a thing that I like when people. So okay, so they have this throughout the whole first minute and 20-ish seconds of this song. They have an arpeggiator playing, and you assume that one is where it begins. Like the downbeat is, you assume the beginning of it.
Okay,
right?
No, sure.
But then you get to 124, and the downbeat. The like where the bass, like the little bass bit and like the little like drums come in, it's at a different part than when the song started, and so they've been like, nope, that's where one is. And I fucking love that shit when it's like they start a riff or any, like, I mean, all sorts of bands do it. Like there's been all sorts of shit where I've been like, oh, I love that when they do that shit. But it's like starting a riff, thinking that like, it starts at a certain place, and then they put the downbeat in the middle of the riff and completely change the way that the riff sounds to your ears. Fucking, I'm a sucker. Every time they do it, I'm going to be like, ooh, I liked when they did that.
I'm just trying to hear it.
Yeah, it's probably most effective if you start at like 121.
Okay.
Because then you hear the full thing.
So you're talking about that bass note they put in there?
Yeah, you hear how it like, it's like, at 120, it's like it sounds like do 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 do. But then when they put the bass note in, it makes it, instead of sounding like it's starting where it's starting there, it sounds like it starts at a different place.
Okay, I guess.
You're not sold.
I might not be listening to the music on that level.
It's a thing that I really like, and it happens. And when it happens, I always pay attention to it.
It's like there's a weird like. It's like right after that happens, there's a weird like double note that happens, and so that's really throwing me off. Like 127? Anyway, sure. It's very subtle, but I'm glad you appreciate that.
It's just one of my favorite things.
Yes, I like the part where they switch over, obviously, at like 3:35.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This has got a very like Lorne feel to it.
Yes. Yeah. It's crazy that like I love listening at the play counts for these songs.
Oh, I know.
Just like 6K for the first one and then 600 for this one. It's just like, and like, I don't know, like at least 4 of those are me.
Yeah. I mean, I listen to both of these albums a lot. And
this album had the problem of I couldn't not listen to the whole thing, essentially. So it was very hard for me to ever determine what song I was listening to.
Yeah. I did have to like physically stop and like, okay, I'm starting here. I need to know what I'm hearing.
Yeah, exactly. Because I would just leave it on loop and then like I would listen to it like, 3 times in a row and not even like register, except for the 5th song, obviously, which I always registered.
Yeah. Yes.
Because it always seemed like whenever I would pay attention to be like, what song am I on? Of course, I'm on Recurrence. Of course I am.
I mean, just by simple probability, that's probably the most likely.
Yeah. So I like that. And then the rest of the song is great, obviously.
Yeah.
I love the little double drum beat they do.
Mm-hmm.
Like 5:15. They like okay, double drum beats may be a weird way to put it. It's like insect noises.
Yeah. Insect noises is a good. I love. Oh yeah, I know. All of the percussion elements in here.
Yeah, spectacular.
Oh, so good, so good. You know what? It's like it's also like it kind of sounds like fucking like I don't know, like Splinter Cell music.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that kind of
good
like
stealth game music.
Yeah, stealth game music. Like that's what I was trying to like come up with. I think for that first song as well. It's like it's got like a very stealth game music element to it. I don't know what that genre is, but I like it.
Yeah, it's the same genre that the Neo Tokyo album is. Too.
I'm clearly gonna have to listen to that Neo Tokyo album.
You do. I've linked it before. I'll link it again for you here.
Okay.
So you have it. But yeah, I like Remission's great, and then we go to Relapse,
which I think might be my favorite. I feel like I always come back to this one and be like, oh yeah, that's right. This has this part on it. Oh yeah. It's because of the part. It's literally because of the part at, what is it? Like 2:10.
Yeah, I was about to say around 2 minutes. Yeah.
Clap. Clap. Fucking sucker for that shit, man. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe is this one my favorite? It might actually be Remission, but I do really, really like the part with the claps.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I do like it. I mean, this is a good song. The claps don't do as much for me, I guess.
Yeah, no, it is Remission that is my favorite. I just really like that part with the claps.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah. The claps are great though.
And specifically the transition to it. Like it's just like it's a good transition to it.
Yeah, I like Relapse. It is definitely like, I do like the heartbeat too that it does with that clapping. It is really good. Mm-hmm. The three beats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I was so focused on the claps, I didn't even hear the heartbeat.
yeah, that's like it's so good.
Oh yeah, little touches, yeah,
and it's a little bit off tempo. Mm. Well, I mean, it's not, but it sounds a little bit off tempo.
No, it's like triplets, but it's like kind of like drunk triplets.
Drunk triplets.
I think that's actually like a term. I feel like I didn't make that up.
No, that doesn't. That's too clever. There's no way. If not, you gotta drunk triplet, Phil. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, but only one. No, a lot of them.
Well, yeah, okay, because Jay Dilla. People always describe Jay Dilla's stuff as drunk feel. That's what.
Oh yeah, drunk feel.
So, which is so accurate, man. It's like it's perfect. It's like it's close to the beat, but it's not quite there.
Yeah, it's great.
And then Recovery.
This one always blends into Recurrence for me. It feels like an intro to Recurrence.
Yes, probably apropos for the
which it probably is. Yeah.
Yeah, thematically.
Yeah, thematically, exactly. Now that I know this is about the cycles of depression, just like, and then, Recurrence, which is an album into of itself.
Yeah. You know, obviously if Recurrence wasn't on here, this would be like, 20 minutes, which is short. But like, I never really feel like I need Recurrence.
Oh, but it's so good.
Is it?
I think Recurrence might be my favorite song on the album, if I'm honest.
Really?
Yeah.
It would
never be something that I would like sit down and listen to, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Even then I might actually. I think it's really good. It's a really good, like, for being a 24-minute long track, which it is.
Yeah.
That does give it some limitations because it's really long, but like you can do a lot of building with that musically. And like I think it uses that to good effect. Specifically, I would say with the 9-minute transition into what I would consider the second part of the song is really good. I like that transition into like creepy music almost in the middle.
Okay.
And then there's a second transition into like the third part of the song at what, 19 I have? Is that what it is? Yes. Yeah, right at 19. And that's like from 19 to 24 is like the actual, like 19 to like 21, I guess, is the actual song. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So that 2 minutes right there is like, that's kind of the song.
I do like around like, yeah, like around 20 minutes where you have like the kind of like off kilter sounding strings.
Yeah.
Okay, but
yeah, that's the really interesting part of the song is that like 2 minute section.
Yeah.
It's like actively doing stuff. Sure.
This is what I struggle with recurrence though, is so yes, you're right. I was not giving it enough credit that because like it does have some nice parts throughout. But what I don't like is that it's a 24-minute song, and I feel like a 24-minute song like is gonna do a post-rock build-up, you know, like it's gonna do it, and it's gonna give me like that like post-rock like explosive like end bit, and then it just goes into like the little strings for the end, and we never get to like the like explosive post-rock build-up moment, you know, like I don't get my like Godspeed You Black Emperor like, you know, minute and a half of like distorted guitars moment that I feel like a 24-minute song demands.
That is what I was hoping for when I first started listening to it. I agree. That would be awesome. But I do, if you're going to do a 24-minute song, I would prefer they do it like this than do it like, say, Beardfish.
Yeah.
Where it's actually 4 separate songs that aren't like linked together by anything.
Yeah.
You know, not that.
Yeah, this is definitely a 24-minute song. This is not. Yeah, this is not. Yeah, seven.
We put an album in your album so you could listen to this album during your album. It's like, no, that's okay. Just make that a separate album. Actually,
yeah,
that's what EPs are for. That's what singles are for. That's what prog needs to learn. Is like what things other than albums are. But yeah, so yeah, from 19 to 21 is good, and then 8 to 9. That is your prog rock explosion, by the way.
Yeah.
It's just
too early. It's too early.
It's that, and it never actually like becomes frantic. It's just like that sound starts, and it's a good sound.
It is a good sound. It is. So yeah, it didn't do the thing that I wanted it to do, but I guess it's okay because it doesn't have to, but it's just
exactly. Yes.
I did dock it for that. I did did remove some points for the fact that it wasn't. It didn't give me the Mogwai, you know. Like,
I don't know if I'll ever listen to this album again necessarily.
Yeah, I don't know if I will either. But it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was good to like when I was sorting my Magic cards. It was great to have it on.
Oh, this is great sorting.
It was
Magic
perfect
music.
Sorting music. It was really good for that.
It's magnificent. So yeah, I mean, one down. Actually pretty good. I was happy with this.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely.
I don't think they're all going to ever be this good because I'm sure we'll do this again, and I'm sure that we will not luck out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even the next one we're going to do.
Yeah, well, yeah, bearing the lead a little bit, but fucking Renaissance, man. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
So had you heard of Apache before?
Yes, I had.
Okay, so you cheated a little bit.
I did cheat a little bit. Yes.
Okay.
I didn't realize we were supposed to be completely blind.
Yes, completely. Yeah,
I
that's
just thought
okay.
I thought it was an album we'd never listened to before, which I definitely have not listened to any other except for one song.
Oh, you don't listen to one song by him?
Just one.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll let that slide.
Yeah, that's the only one I'd ever listened to, and it's just like again, it's like I was like okay, I bet this looks like it could have a good album attached to it. Oh, they've only ever released singles. Okay, how about this one? No, okay. How about this? No, that's a single. Oh, that's an EP.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a single. That's an this is an album. Okay, this has an album. They have made an album. I know it is an album, and I know this band is not like complete garbage.
Yeah.
So let's go with this one. That was my thought process.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. I admittedly I had more time to prepare for this since I have been for like 6 months I've been stacking up albums.
Yeah.
So I gave you a difficult task on short notice, so I will allow that.
I mean, it wasn't that difficult. It's fine. It's just the music I listen to tends not to have albums. That's all. So it's hard for YouTube to recommend something.
Yeah.
Like that. Anyway, but yeah, I did it.
Yes, you did it, and I was I was almost incredulous that you had. I was actually a little worried you had not understood the assignment and had just given me like a really good album. That,
really?
This fucking rules, dude. This whole thing.
You like this a lot.
Oh, this rules. This rules. This whole thing rules.
I mean, I do like this.
Yeah. Okay. I don't like. Okay.
It's a little dubsteppy.
You know.
It tends to be very samey. All the songs kind of follow the same structure.
I ain't against that because I don't listen to a lot of dubstep. So for me, like, and okay, I also do feel like this album, its shtick of I'm gonna put dubstep over top of classical music. I feel like he got bored of that after like a handful of songs and just completely abandoned it because I'm just
exactly.
I'm like, it's like you were going so high. It's like you got the fucking skull with the little frill around him, you know, and your first song is called Overture, and you've got like the classical piano, the one that goes, which I love that one. I don't remember what that one is, but that piano piece is great. I love that piano piece. I just don't know the name of it. And then he just kind of just fucking forgets. He's just like, whatever.
Yep.
It's like, he's like, I could keep doing that, but I just didn't.
Yes. And then, so what'd you think of the album?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, fucking, it's great.
Yeah, you liked it.
This is great. I mean, so, like, obviously, Overture, like, it's
sets you up.
It just sets you up. It's like, okay, we're gonna be doing classical music, but with things, you know. And there's some like, there's some like nice like crackly like distortion-y bits, and you know.
Yeah, no, it's a good example of what you're kind of gonna be getting.
Yeah, and the little dubstep bit right at the end, you know, to let you know it's coming, and then the distance, not the distance.
Yeah.
Going the distance by
Cake. This was a big surprise. This first real song, "Distance," for me.
Yeah,
because I'd heard it a lot. Actually.
Oh, you had? Okay.
Yeah, it's a big streamer song on Twitch.
I could see that.
I think that's where I've heard it from. But like as soon as it started, I was like, I have heard this song a million times. I
mean, that might be true, or it might be that this sounds like other things. But
that's true. What do you think it sounds like?
Other dubstep-y shit.
Okay, well, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
But I mean, it has 13 million plays, so I can believe that it's, you know, I gotta turn this down because it's so fucking loud. There we go.
Yeah, no, right. I have to turn my YouTube all the way down to like as low as it goes.
Yeah, this is a really loud album.
Yeah,
I have noticed, and I don't think YouTube Music does as much with like truncating the volume of albums. It does
not at all.
It doesn't at all. Okay, that's why.
Yeah.
It's like,
and its volume slider is also apparently not logarithmic. It's linear. Meaning it's the stupidest thing ever.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a pain in the ass. But thankfully, that is a known issue. Like every time I go to like the subreddit, it's being complained about. So
people have noticed.
People have noticed. It's not just us.
But yeah, I love the vocal hook in this.
Yeah.
Yes. You don't know what you like, what you don't like.
Yeah, it's so smooth. What you don't like.
Oh god, that part at like 125.
Like, yeah, I'm right there too. Yeah, with the strings.
Well, and like the choir as well.
No, yeah, before that, the build up. Yeah, it's got its little hip hop breakdown in the middle.
Yeah, that whatever that sounded, like the car screeching sound.
Yeah. I do like that actually, whatever that is.
I know.
Yeah, car screeches. That's a good one.
It's a fucking cliche as hell. I love it. Honestly, okay. I feel like this album is a giant stack of cliches, but but well executed, right? Like cliches are cliches because they're effective.
Yeah,
you know?
It's like the fact that, I mean, this is skipping ahead a lot, but like the 8th song, Insane, with Tech Nine, it's like they must have called Tech Nine up and were like, hey, can you make the most stereotypical Tech Nine song you possibly can? And can we use it for our album? And he was like, you know it.
He's like, you know that I will.
All of the things I've been doing for 30 years, I'll do all of them on this song. And it's great. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, as soon as this first song like came, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna like this. This is good. This is fun. Like it's
a party album.
I will tell you, I mean, you know, going back to some of the other, you know, what we were talking about earlier, like I don't think I would have liked this album.
Yeah, no, I was worried about recommending this when I like started listening to it. I was like, oh, Jason might like really hate this actually, because these are like half of these are just straight up like hip hop songs.
Oh, did you also start listening to it before you recommended it?
Yeah, I did like a quick like.
Oh, I didn't even do that.
Yeah, to make sure it like wasn't, you know.
No, my goal was. Album cover looks cool. Send it to Steven. Cross my fingers that it isn't shit.
I want you to understand though, when I say a quick look, I mean like I clicked 3 times in each song, essentially.
I didn't even want to know what genre I was recommending.
Oh, okay, wow. So next time I'll do that then. But
yeah, I was going for like literally reach my hand into like a pit of something and just pull something out and hope it's not terrible.
It's like what would even happen if I did that on my?
Well, that's what I'm terrified to find out.
Yeah, like I'm really like, okay, I'm just gonna click this. Okay, here we go. Cyberpsychosis Volume 2 by Moon Deity. Okay, there we go. That's be the next one I recommend.
Hell yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, write some of these. Just start writing some of these down that like if they have a cool album cover, just like write it down and don't listen to it. And
but wait, look at this though. Hear this. So this is my new releases recommendation from YouTube, right? Album, single, EP, single, album, new release mix. So not even anything.
Yeah. I know.
That's what I'm working with.
I know.
But there's 2 albums in there. But yeah, this 3rd song though.
Yeah, Behind My Eyes.
Yeah, Behind My Eyes. With Leah.
Whoever that is.
But she's the person singing, I assume, and her voice is great.
Yeah, no, I like this. I honestly like almost all of the like female vocalists on this. I like.
Yeah, they're great. I mean, I like female vocalists more than male vocalists, so that's an easy one for me.
Yeah, and like really like reverby. Like I think that they've like I don't know they probably multi-track this. It sounds like she's sung this multiple times over and they've layered it, or they've put a chorus effect on it or something. It sounds nice. I like it.
Yeah, it's. The production values on all these songs are really great. I mean, that's what this band is, essentially.
Oh, yeah. I mean, his production is razor sharp on everything. Yeah. Everything pops. Everything sounds great. Like
that Behind the Eye song, it's a nice little, slow down song, I guess. As much as that happens on this album.
Yeah.
And then the fucking next song opens up with that fucking famous Matrix theme.
Oh, shit. That is what that is, isn't it?
Yeah, you didn't recognize that? It's the fucking Matrix. Well, I mean, it's originally something else entirely, but what is the Matrix Overture, actually? So I can not be as uncultured and swiney as I am. The Mona Lisa Overdrive? Is that what it is?
Yeah, but that's whatever the fuck.
Juno Reactor, no.
Yeah, Pesci. Yeah, because Juno Reactor is the one that did the Matrix.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah. Juno Reactor is the one that did that.
That's what they did? I didn't. Okay, wow. I knew Juno Reactor from somewhere, but I didn't know
that's probably because I told you about them because I was like, oh, they did the Matrix.
Yeah, wow. It's fucking cool.
Yeah, no, I love. Honestly, I like Juno Reactor a lot. That was
I like them a lot more now that I know that.
That was one of the first like electronic like bands or people or whatever.
I must have known that at some point. I listened to a lot of Matrix music at one point.
Oh yeah, because the Matrix music is fucking fantastic.
So good, yeah. That and the Metal Gear Solid music.
Yeah, I love the Metal Gear Solid.
That is a game that had great music.
Well, but I mean, fucking John Williams did the Metal Gear Solid music or whatever. Right, no, actually, no, it wasn't John Williams. But it was his son, wasn't it? Metal Gear. I feel like that's true. Metal Gear Solid,
especially 2, right?
Yeah, it was. Oh god, the intro song. I feel like it was John Williams' son. I feel like that's a real thing.
Harry Gregson Williams.
Harry Gregson Williams. Yeah. Harry Gregson Williams.
Wow.
Who is?
Wait, he did Man on Fire. Wow, he did the music for Man on Fire. That's cool.
Am I correct that he is? Is that just coincidence? Am I like conflating something here?
I might be. You're conflating something.
Okay, wait. Okay, now this is gonna bother me. Isn't John Williams' son somebody? That, like,
I mean, if he has a son, he is somebody, yes.
Thank you, Steven.
Sorry, I know. I couldn't resist. You set yourself up so perfectly.
Joseph Williams.
Toto.
Oh, Joseph Williams. Yes, he took over as singer for Toto. Okay. I knew that John Williams' son had done something in music that was
and he's adult Simba.
Cool. He's adult Simba. Okay. Also, I gotta say, so this Lord and Master song, like the fucking vocal sample, the vocal samples are absurd on this.
Vocal samples?
Yeah.
On Lord and Master?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? There are no vocals on this song. Like, am I crazy or are you crazy? Which one of us? Which one of us needs to go to the hospital?
The money, it made me happy.
Oh my God. Wow. Right. Okay. It didn't even register. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
And the fucking like the one at the end.
Okay, but that's like 2 seconds essentially.
I started to feel like I was trapped in a giant plastic ball.
My mind like deletes those.
Every time I heard that, I almost laughed out loud. It's just like,
yeah, they're very, yes, exactly. That's why my mind deletes them. They're very silly.
The money, it made me happy.
But I mean, I love the start-stopness of this. You know, it's just, you know.
Yeah, no.
It's great. I'm a sucker for it.
Yeah, it's got great energy, and it's, you know, it's classical energy, but with electronic music.
And what I love at around like a minute 30 mark, like he goes all the way to nothing, which I feel like I don't always hear, you know, like when he does the start stop, like usually like you leave like a reverb tail or you leave something like just a small bit. He goes all the way down to 0 decibels, man. Like there is, it goes to stop, and it's like, it's effective.
It's very sharp. Yeah, it's great. You hear it. You hear it
cut off, you know, like, because usually you hear like something. But it cuts down to nothing. He has muted the track at that point.
Yeah, it's great.
You have to. It takes some confidence to do something like that, honestly, because it's like it almost borders on sounding amateurish, but because he's doing it so deliberately and with such like everything around it supports it, that he makes it work, which is fucking crazy, honestly. Like it's like, I feel like if I tried to do that, it would sound like shit, and I could try to do literally the exact same thing, but I don't think I could sell it the way that it's sold in this.
I mean, I think it's the way he does it. It's like, you know, when you're I know you have this experience too, so I can draw on this. When your band teacher like does the like hand close motion, to shut you up, it's that in sound form.
Yeah.
Right? Like if you cut it off too quickly or not quick enough, it would sound weird, but he does it perfectly.
Yes, it's just at the right moment. It's just for the right amount of time, you know. So it's like, you know that it happens
just perfectly.
Yes.
Oh, it's really, no, it is. I'm glad you pointed that out, because I wasn't appreciating that enough. But it is great.
Yeah, and then and then again, he drops it right to 0 around like 2 minutes 30 to bring in like the light strings, but he does the same thing. He drops it right down to 0, but then delicately comes back in. And it's like that juxtaposition in this, it's like, ooh, it's very nice. It's very nice. Yeah, no, silly vocal samples aside that make me chuckle every time I hear them, this is a really good song.
Yes. Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah. And then the bass at 3. Oh, the way it comes in muted like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. So good.
And then Dead with Yizzy.
With Yizzy, yeah, featuring Yizzy.
I love how some of these are, like Apache and Leah or whatever, and some of them are feet.
Yeah, I mean, I assume featuring is just they did a vocal track.
Yeah,
for it.
Some very interesting choice to rhyme every line with room.
Did he?
Listen. Everything is in the room.
In the room. Yeah, this. Yizzy might be the worst featured on the album. I think. What do you think?
It might go to Instasamka, but
Instasamka. Wait, which one is that?
The next one.
Oh, interesting.
The one with the most plays, which is hilarious.
Anyway, yeah. Back to Dead.
Yeah. Gonna need a bulletproof vest in the room. You think you're the best in the room. I can keep rhyming in the room.
I mean, he did keep rhiming in the room with the room.
I looked it up because I was like, I was like, I must be mishearing. He's not just rhyming room. And it's like, nope, room every time. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna stand in the room. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. See, these are the things I don't, I'm not listening to lyrics. I'm just hearing the flow.
Oh God, sorry. Just around 120, like the heavy side chain in there.
Oh yeah. Yes.
I like it. I like it when they go hard on the side chain. I'm happy about that. I feel like there was another one in here where he did. I can't remember which. Actually, you know what? I think it's actually the last track. So I'll get to that when we get to that. But where he did he side chained it, but without any actual bass drum, which.
Oh, okay.
You're allowed to do. I just didn't realize that that was something that people did. It sounds great, but anyway, I'll get to that when I get to that. I'm way jumping the gun here, but. Yeah. No, I actually, honestly, like for how dumb the lyrics are and how little plays this one has in comparison to some of the others, I actually kind of like this one.
Yeah, no, listening to it now, it's a little better than I thought. The lyrics do take away from it, I feel like, a little bit, for sure.
And I feel like the room, yeah. I feel like the string elements and like the, whatever, like the classical music elements blend really nicely in this one.
Yeah, it's a very Philip Glassy.
Yeah,
the strings here. Yeah, that's what I would say. It has that same sort of tone, like it. But then immediately it's just like you're gonna strap in the room, going in the room,
Best in the room,
doing the room. But yeah, it's a fun song.
Let's all sit down and watch The Room.
The room. No. I'm still in the room. It's not even making it up. That's the lyric.
Yeah. If I was a rapper, that's probably how I would have to do it.
Oh, sorry. No. I stand in the room. Oh my God. And then the next song is actually the song that I like. How I discovered this band, I guess.
I mean, no surprise. There's 25 million plays.
Yeah.
This is
where my recommendation. That's where YouTube got the album to recommend me from.
Yes. I don't know. If we talk about dumb lyrics, this has also got really dumb sounding.
Most of the lyrics are in Russian, though.
I guess, yeah.
It's like it's weird too because I think the music video for this, because there's a music video. Mm-hmm. Oh, it is the same. That's interesting. I always thought it was slightly different. Yeah, but I really like this song though.
I feel like this is one of the weaker ones for me, except for the end. I do like when it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Because I feel like everything before 2 minutes, basically, it's just kind of it's okay, but I feel like most of the other things on the album overshadow it. But I do like the end.
Yeah, no, it was surprising how good the rest of this album was. I thought this would maybe be the best one, but no, you're right. But I do like the end of the song a lot. Just the beat when it kicks up.
Yes,
for that last 40 seconds. Ugh. And I love the lyric, the Russian overtop. Mm-hmm. I assume it's Russian. I mean, I don't actually know.
I assume it's Russian as well.
It sounds great. I don't know what they're saying, but it sounds great.
It works. It's I feel like I feel like this guy has a very good grasp of taking, because it's from what I understand, people fucking hate this Insa Samka person.
Oh really?
They fucking hate her. They're like, she is the worst. Really? She is just the shittiest. Yeah. And I feel like he makes really good use of her on that track. As much use as you possibly can get out of her.
Interesting. Oh, she donated her savings to the Russian army. Oh my God, yeah, what a piece of shit. Yeah.
Oh, apparently I don't even know if that's true.
Oh really?
It's one of the things that she might have even just said that because she's just she just courts
people.
Controversy at basically every possible opportunity.
So either way, a piece of shit.
So either way, a piece of shit.
Right. Yes. Great. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, just not the best.
Interesting. That makes sense.
And yet the most.
It makes sense why that's the one with the music video too.
But then, good news. And it has that one piano part that I really like.
Yeah, whatever this is.
Yeah, that 28 seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know what the name of this piano piece is, but
it's unbelievably famous.
It's unbelievably. It's a super famous classical
we
piece.
Don't know it. Yeah.
Yeah,
but we don't.
No, because it's probably fucking Etude number 7 by some guy, and it's
exactly.
It's I can't remember I'm just happy that I can remember Gymnopedie 1 because it's fucking Eric's Satie.
I'm just glad I remember YouTube.com. That gets me everywhere I need to go.
I love this song though. It's I don't think that it's not, again, it's I don't think it's doing anything particularly revolutionary. It's classical music dubstep thing, but it's a masterclass in it. It's doing it really well,
Yeah, all of the songs that it's just him on, I assume it's a him. I actually don't know.
It is, yeah.
All the songs where it's just Apache.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's what he looks like? Wow. Talk about winning the lottery. But sorry, I got to recover from that real quick. What was I saying? Yeah, he's really good at music production, obviously, because all of the songs with just him on it are
but why
so
male
tight.
Models?
Why male models?
I know, he looks like a fucking cover of whatever the fuck magazine.
Yeah, literally just rendered me speechless through the internet for a second.
I mean, he does look like he just came off of a cologne commercial or whatever.
Yeah.
Renaissance by Apache.
Yeah, he's probably unbearable.
Oh, I'm sure. He's probably a complete prick. Yeah. I'm sorry, Apache. You're probably a very nice person.
Yeah, you're probably a nice person. But that doesn't get the views. Okay. Yeah, this is a great song. It's really tight. I love the, what is it? Yeah, I love the vocal hooks. Mm-hmm. Just they all sound amazing. The whatever's going on in the background, just that.
Yeah.
It's great.
And then they slow the piano thing down right at the end to outro it.
Yeah. Just amazing.
And then Insane by Tech Nine.
Yeah.
This one is
I don't
good.
know if you've probably never listened to Tech Nine. Or
I
any
have
of his,
not.
Like, because he has a. It's not only because he's like the guy who invented horrorcore.
Really?
I think one of the like the originators. I think of the genre. So like he's been doing this for a long time. Tech Nine's awesome. He's fucking great. And like this is a Tech Nine song for sure. It's hilarious how well his like sound translates into this.
He's got that flow, whatever.
Yeah, I love his flow. It's very like it's unique.
There's a word for it because I looked it up.
Be.
It's the same thing that Eminem does, where it's just really fast. Chopper, I guess. That's what they call it. Chopper style.
Chopper.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. Of course Tech Nine uses chopper style.
Oh yeah, but that part like around like a minute.
Yeah, that. Exactly. Yes, that. That's the sound. Like 108.
Yeah. That, yeah. I can hear the horrorcore that you're talking about.
Yeah. If you ever want to listen to more of that, just like listen to any artist on the Strange label. That's the label that does like horrorcore stuff like this. And it's all great. I love it. It's like it's my favorite hip hop, but I think it's also the whitest hip hop possible.
I mean that would make sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, God, there's so many like dissonant like chords.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, 147.
Yeah.
Just like, yeah, that's fucking what's the movie with the shower? That's Psycho music.
Yeah. I was about to say it's like it's fucking Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
Dragula. Dig
a great
through
song.
the ditches and burn through the witches. Sam in the back of my Dragula.
Yeah. God, he made that song.
He did, and it's fantastic. I unironically love Rob Zombie. So then Work.
Yeah, with Vo Williams.
I feel like I've heard this song before. This is the only one where I'm like, has this been in like a commercial or something? You know, like this feels like it's like it got to be like a commercial for like a fucking like sports deodorant or some shit.
No, but I think that's what he's going for.
It sounds great. I love this song. It like if I needed to like get like amped up to like I don't know like you know what this actually sounds like. Forget deodorant commercial. This sounds like it's the intro for like a boxing match. You know, like the hype up music for the walk in for a boxing match. That's what this sounds like.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Like if I had to go do chess boxing, which is the only type of boxing that I think that I would be able to survive, because at least there'd be a chess match where I might have a chance. This would be the song. I'd pick this one.
Work.
It's just so aggressive. I love how fucking aggressive it is.
I think it might be finally time for you to get into hip hop, Jason.
I mean, yeah, hit me with it.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to start doing that because if you're like I like the aggression of this, it's like you're gonna really like hip hop.
Yeah, I mean, hit me with it. I feel like now that I have an appreciation for like the musical like side of it,
Yeah.
like that I'll have more to like actually draw on, because it's like before it's like the background music was just like whatever.
Yeah,
it's like
music.
oh, they just fucking made it on a computer. But it's like now I'm like, yeah, okay, but how did they make it on a computer?
Yeah. It's really complicated.
Yeah, tell me how they made it on the computer. I would like to know.
You probably have more of an appreciation than I do now.
Perhaps.
Let's see here. Run the Jewels 2. You'll I'll just put this album in there. We don't even have to do a podcast about it. You should just listen to that.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll do it for next time.
Yeah.
Yes, because I've got some albums for you. I actually,
hell yeah.
I have one album for you. I have to ask you. Let me. You know what? Fuck it. Let me ask you right now.
Yeah.
Perfect time. I want to know if you've listened to this already. Because if you have, I don't need to recommend it. But have you listened to Velocity Design Comfort by Sweet Trip?
No.
Okay. Well, then I have to recommend. I accidentally found something that's way the fuck up your alley that I never would have found otherwise.
Awesome.
So, yes, that will be one that I recommend to you next time. But
oh man, yeah, that album art already looks up my alley.
Yeah, you're gonna love that.
That looks like LSD Dream Simulator already.
Yeah, you're gonna love that album. I was a weird circuitous route that I got there, but you're gonna fucking love that album.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, this is Work is great.
Work is great. So then I'm fine with Cherry Lena.
Cherry Lena. Yeah, I love whatever Cherry Lena's got going on with her voice is great.
This one is interesting because it's featuring Cherry Lena, but also and high classified.
Oh shit! Right? Yeah. I'm assuming this is Cherry Lena though singing.
Yes, high classified. I don't know what he does. I like this song a lot.
Yes, it's very interesting, and the chorus is so good, or the whatever. Whatever that is.
I keep feeding off the roof.
Yeah, just like from 1 minute. I mean, it's the whole time, but like 1 minute.
Oh yeah,
it's a good. Yeah, that, and then it like gets that bass part going around like 20-ish, right? Yeah, or a little before that, 117.
Yeah, no, that like it's the big horn. Boom, boom,
yeah, the big horns. Yeah,
it's like a tuba or some shit.
Yeah. Oh,
give me that tuba.
Give me the tuba.
Yeah, no, this is good.
And I love the whatever they're doing with the vocals here, the deep ones, that like washed out vocal. And then 137. Yeah. I mean, this song is so good.
Oh yeah, like around 2 minutes. Just like,
actually, this does make me want to say I should look up High Classified, I guess, too.
Yeah,
because clearly they added something here.
Yeah, he was certainly part of the production.
Yeah, I'm sure they're also pretty good. Yeah. Oh, right there at 210 or 214, I guess. That little like chime.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck is the name of that? Is it like a vibraphone maybe?
I don't know, but it's from Brick.
Oh yeah. What is
that's where I know it from?
What is the name of that though? It's like it's a wooden mallet instrument.
Oh fuck, not the xylophone. The one that's not the marimbas, right?
Is it a xylophone though?
I think it's a marimba because the marimba's the better xylophone, right? Look up marimba. I think that's what it is.
Yes, marimba.
Yeah,
wooden bars struck by mallets. Yes.
The only reason I know the difference between those two things is because of this one thing that I am going to put now, and you should just watch it real quick because it's like 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Okay,
and then you will too understand.
Okay, I'm getting ready to watch it. Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah. So now you know forever that haunting wooden sound.
Clearly, I mean, you gotta splurge on the full size marimba. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, and then Legend.
Yeah, Legend. What'd you think of this one?
This one was okay.
Yeah, I feel like it was a bit busy. There's a lot going on.
There's a lot of people on this. Slumberjack and Wasu, so
yeah.
Maybe too many cooks in the kitchen on this one.
That's what it feels like, yeah, a little bit. And it feels like whoever's doing the lyrics kind of like took over a little bit. I don't know. They feel like they're dominating. It's not a bad song, though.
It's not bad. It's one of the weaker ones on the album, I feel like.
I would agree, yeah.
I mean, like, there's like a good part around, 226? Like, I mean, it's cliched, but like, it sounds good, It's like the drop.
Yeah, that's the most dubsteppy for sure there. It's good, though. It is still good.
I'm a dire legend.
Yeah. Legend. A legend.
And then we're going to smoke some green crack.
Yeah, and it's fucking awesome.
I do love green crack.
This green crack song is fucking great.
Have you ever been so high?
Have you ever been so high? Yeah, and this song is crazy.
It is. Yeah, like the fucking like stabby chords, like this almost feels like horrorcore. Well,
Will is Funeral. Let's see here.
That sounds like Wi-Fi's funeral.
Will is Funeral. Yeah, that's what I said.
Will's funeral.
What is this guy?
So high.
Oh, he was one of the XXX Tenecticon people. Yeah, okay, interesting. Wow, he's done a lot of shit. Holy crap.
Oh yeah, there's that fucking like dubs out. Wham, 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 wham.
Emo trap. What? Cool.
This is very dubsteppy.
Yeah, this is great.
But then it transitions to like a really like chill hip hop track.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, this is like a very schizophrenic song.
Yeah, I like it. This is good. It's different. It is a weird transition though.
Yeah, like 2 minutes.
Yeah. Just a little. He has his own little just like breakdown. And then you get the fucking chorus coming back in at the end.
I feel like it works though, Like I feel like he makes it work.
And I'm just smoking green crack, just like. And then it comes right back in. It's great.
And then Rain.
Yeah, to finish it off. This is the one you're talking about, right?
I love this song.
With the non-bassy side train.
Yeah, I'll tell you when it comes in, but I fucking love this song. Oh yeah, okay. Actually, it's right at the beginning, so it's
right away, right? Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Then, yeah, that like fuzzy sound. That's how I would have described it.
Yeah, it's like at 13, it's like it goes like whap whap to like whap whap. Yeah, I adore this song. I listen to all of these a bunch, but I specifically listen to this song constantly. I still listen. This song rules. And I love that like it's like that sound. It almost sounds mechanical of like coming as like
Yeah, the bass. You mean?
I don't even know if you could call. I guess you could call that a bass. It's just like it's just like a bass swelling chunky noise that just sounds. Yeah, and then they have like, and then it, like that fades out, and like it has her like almost sounding like she's in the background,
and it goes like kind of J-poppy.
Yeah, and then it's just like, and then it just starts like jamming, you know, super like super bouncy.
It's a great outro song too. Yeah,
and it's so fucking dark.
Is it?
Yeah, like I mean, fuck. What's the part? Where's the part? Yeah, like 220. The way you let me bleed out. Like, it's dark as fuck, man. You know, it's like, I'm a sucker for many things, and one of the things that I am a sucker for is a female lyricist singing like a really like
sad thing.
Yeah, like really, but like really delicately and like almost in a way that like sounds like uplifting, but of a really fucking dark subject. It's like, I like it.
So I also like that, but I obviously I do the contrast with the music and the lyrics, not the actual content.
And and then it just fucking ends. You know, it's just like, and it's done. You know, like it's such a
the roller coaster ride is over.
It's such a weird landing for such a like hype album. You know, like it was an interesting choice to put this. Like I could have imagined you could have put this one in the middle, and it was like, you know, a like a slow down type of track, but he's like, no, fucking put it at the end. Put the really dark fucking song right at the end on a really sour note. And it's great. So like of all of these, I will be listening to Rain again. Like I actually looked up Croy as a result of this because I was just like, this is fucking, I love this.
Oh yeah. Are there any good?
Some of her stuff is pretty. She's in a band called like Milk and Bone or something like that. I feel like that's the name of it. Which does some stuff that's interesting.
Milk and Bone.
Milk and Bone.
It's a weird name, but it's a band, so that makes sense.
Yeah, Milk and Bone. No, I was right. Milk and Bone. The electro-pop duo, Milk and Bone. Oh, you know what? Is that how I got to Velocity?
It was from that?
I think because I was looking up electropop. I think that actually was what I did. So I was looking up electropop, and I ended up there. And it's not electropop, by the way. They are like they did an electropop album, but like that one is not that.
No longer. Yeah.
But yeah, dude, this ruled. This was amazing. This was a fucking fantastic album. So shit.
Yeah.
I did not expect. I'm glad we got two bangers. I did not expect two bangers.
Yeah.
Really expected this. I expected mine for sure to be like, oh, this is gonna be bad. Like, but it's gonna be
yours. I liked yours a lot. Yeah.
I was when I first listened to it, I was like, oh, thank God I picked an album that isn't shit. I was really like, based on the cover, I was like, this is either gonna be really good or this is going to be 45 minutes of literal ambient noise. I have no idea what
that was a risk.
It was a risk.
Especially with a name like Limbus.
Yeah, I was like, what's this gonna be? Fuck yeah, man. This was successful. So fuck yeah. I don't know. We should do this again, but I have albums for next time. So I already told you one of them. The other one I want to recommend to you, and you can give me yours whenever you feel. But I also want to do what is the name of it?
So one of them is Cult of Luna, I'm assuming?
It is not.
Oh, which one is it then?
It is Peach Club by Emarosa.
Oh, you haven't linked it to me. You just have it picked out.
Yeah.
I see. Sorry, I thought you'd already like given it to me, and I was like, "Oh, okay." I didn't realize.
No, I won't. I've already made you go through 2 Cult of Luna albums. I won't make you go through a third. You've gotten the point.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I will.
I got the point like decades ago, as well.
Also true.
Yeah.
No. My 2.
I guess we'll say Run the Jewels is definitely one of my albums.
Okay.
Because it's there.
Let's run them. Let's run those jewels.
Yeah, that's the second one, right? Yeah, that's the good one.
Yeah.
And Emarosa. Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah, I think you're gonna like that one a lot. I think you will.
Cool.
They
I'll
used
give you
to
my
be
other one at some point.
What the fuck were they? So I was actually gonna. I had a post-hardcore album picked out, but then I found Velocity Design and Comfort. I was just like, okay, well, this takes precedence because this is too fucking cool. But like, I found Emarosa because I was listening to a bunch of post-hardcore, and they used to be a post-hardcore band. And then they decided to pivot to like pop rock, and like specifically
that's cool.
Specifically, like a certain like period of time of like I think like late 80s, maybe like late 80s, early 90s pop rock or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like
that's good.
I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna like.
It sounds like I like it.
I think I have a feeling. I'm going to just call it now that these two are going to be winners, but we'll see in 2 months or so. Finally get done editing. Oh, Jesus Christ. I still haven't. I've edited the previous podcast. I just haven't finished doing my last listen through to make sure everything sounds okay. But I'm close. I'm getting there. It will be released soon.
Take your time. It's okay. Our audience will wait. They have no choice.
They literally have no choice. Fuck yeah, man.
Hell yeah. This is good.
Yes. And so run the jewels and then let me know whatever. It'll be in the show notes, people. You know the drill by now. And if you don't, then
there will be a second one.
You'll fucking figure it out.
Yeah. Well, good night and good luck.
See ya.